Xiaomi Mi 10 Lite 5G is anything but light. It's actually heavy, with features you creative souls will have lots of fun discovering. Xiaomi Romania sent us the Dream White model with a soft silicone case we popped on immediately. There are no headphones in the box, but you can get away with your own wired pair or choose a Bluetooth set like Xiaomi's true wireless earphones. Right off the bat, you'll notice the 2x2 rear camera layout, so different from the Mi Note 10 vertical mojo. We like this one more since you don't risk covering either lens with your hand. The water drop notch and slim bezels make for an attractive OLED HDR10 Plus display with just one mesh earpiece and one bottom speaker. Can't say we were too happy about the latter. When playing in landscape, we inevitably got muffled audio. But you're here to get more than a first impression, right? So let's dig in. With an optical under-display fingerprint scanner, we found unlocking the phone fast and stylish thanks to these futuristic animations. The over-the-top customization doesn't stop here, but continues with the display. You can tap to preview a wallpaper, create your own, or opt for a fully fledged theme thanks to the MIUI 11 skin. And why settle for a boring, always-on display when you can choose your own style, from the clock face to the stats? Going beyond the surface, we found that you can set a general color scheme, tweaking the saturation, or, if you disable reading mode, play with the color gamut. Here, set your own RGB levels, or, if you're lazy yet detail-oriented, pick from enhanced, P3, sRGB, or original presets. Other things you can tweak in your lunch break? The size of the home icons, the background of your notes, and the one-handed mode screen size for more comfortable scroll and share. But maybe the best Xiaomi feature for Mi 10 Lite 5G is this: second space. Enable it to create a twin phone on the same device, with an entirely different set of apps, settings, and media, of course. Although, remember, you're still stuck with 265 GB of storage at most and no microSD slot. We found this super useful if you share the phone with one of the kids or if you use the same phone for work and personal matters. Since the second space is password and fingerprint protected, no stranger can access it. But before you start hiding scanned documents and private photos, how's the camera like? Since the Mi 10 Lite starts from $310, we didn't expect much from the camera, but stay until the end of the video because we found some interesting things. In daylight, the 48-megapixel f1.8 main camera can produce good images with nice colors, though the sharpening is a little too aggressive. There is a small white balance difference between the main and the ultra-wide, with the last one having a slight green cast. The dynamic range is also good with the help of HDR mode, but this should be used wisely because HDR is not that gentle with skin tones and sometimes the tone mapping is not that smooth. The AI can identify the scene that is in front of the lens and it can adjust the colors and the contrast, but when it comes to food, you better turn it off. The camera already produces punchy images, so your food shots will be ready to be posted on social media. When the sun goes down, the colors remain vibrant, but when the light is really dim, the night mode can help a bit. The 16-megapixel f2.5 selfie camera is okay. It can take nice pictures with a finished look, ready to be used on social media. This is achieved with beauty enhancements, where you can tune your face until your pores disappear. But hey, who are we to judge? Speaking of details, the only thing that we didn't like is the huge amount of sharpening applied. That is usually done to cover the fact that the lens cannot produce enough detail. Compared with the iPhone 11 Pros, selfies from the Mi 10 Lite have a cooler white balance, are a little bit brighter with a slight cast of magenta. Selfies taken in portrait mode are also nice. The edges are pretty well identified, even with tricky objects like glasses in the picture. Portrait mode also works on non-human subjects and the results are very good, sometimes even outperforming iPhone 11 Pro like in this shot. The 2-megapixel f2.4 macro lens is quite nice. It has autofocus, which you'll find really useful. On the video side, this device will spoil you when you consider the price point. When recording in 4K at 30 frames per second, you'll get good colors, not too saturated, but what really took us by surprise was the electronic image stabilization, which is really good. Take a look at how stable the image is even when compared with iPhone 11 Pro. We took it even further and compared it with Vivo X50 Pro, which has a gimbal-like camera system. Another feature that was so fun to play with was the slow motion in 960 frames per second in 1080p-ish. We know that's not true 960 frames per second, but still, even with the frame interpolation, you will still enjoy the slow-mo feature. All those features, both in photo and video, make the device very easy to recommend. Besides the phone's camera powers, this easy-to-access and use feature was one of our favorite findings: split screen. Looking from emails to websites in one go, checking out YouTube or playing a game while scrolling for info is gonna become a habit faster than you think. Trust us. Especially on a generous 6.5-inch screen powered by a Snapdragon 765G chip. Guys, everything you could have imagined, Xiaomi came up with it first. On a Lite phone, nonetheless, known for stripped-down experiences. So, besides the 5G and 1-2-day battery life, we recommend it for the crazy amount of options a young creative is looking for. For $300, is Mi 10 Lite 5G the best affordable Android this year? Tell us in the comments, subscribe, and hit the bell button for more videos like this.